fun. Now's the time to be a real nigga, so wake up and thank God. And do me when fate comes, it's fuck the world and it shot comes in. Win a bit, you win, cause we need real leaders, not Donald Trump. I smoke the weed till I choke. Hey, I need a white to willow. My sound so illegal like dope. Hey, all about the green, I'm a go. Key, Baba God, Baba devil with a sword, Baba prince, Baba slave. You don't smoke, Baba scared. Many good, many bad, all too sad, that's a fact. I'm a man, I'm a boy, it's a bitch, I destroy. I'm a king, that's a thing, that's a fuck with what I think. I'm a king, that's a thing, you can fuck with what I did. I'm a king, I'm a god, I'm a devil with a sword. I'm a prince, I'm a slave, I don't smoke, my slave. Making a hit and I'm catching the lines, I do it like I'm in a box. Give a nigga DDG, I got
Sky Alpha HD.
Game boy, just put our skin yours. I'm selling the niggas, that's too much for standard, they ain't in the main cause. They don't shoot about the good day. Now you take you out of the game, finessing and selling, ain't gonna pay. Some boy is still in the rain. I feel like a shot, like I drove it over. Hit the shit and take a solo slowly. Now I'm lifting up, but I've been doping. Now I'm ready, but we have a hero.
Good time of the day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bafokeng, and this is your new favorite show with your new favorite host in the industry with Bafokeng.
I'm a king, I'm a god, I'm a devil with a sword. I'm a prince, I'm a slave, I don't smoke, not escape. Man, I'm good and I'm bad, all two-sided, that's a fact. I'm no man, I'm no boy, that's no bound, who no boy. He a king, that's a thing, y'all can cope with what I bring. I'm a king, that's a thing, y'all can cope with what I bring. I'm a king, I'm a god, I'm a devil with a sword. I'm a prince, I'm a slave, I don't smoke, not escape. King, God, devil, sword, prince, slave, smoke, escape.
All right. Good time of the day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bafokeng, and this is your new favorite show with your new favorite host in the industry with Bafokeng. And today is the 14th of February, and it's a Wednesday. I'm so excited. I like Wednesdays. That's the first thing. And over and above, I just feel like, right? Let's talk. What other thing can we really talk about today besides love? Sex. And I decided, spice it up a bit and talk about sneaky links too. You know what I mean? So essentially, I just feel like we, as people, right, we don't really, we don't take into consideration the fact that we need to open ourselves to love, right? We need to open ourselves to being loved, to loving, and just being there, man, being present and whatnot. However, the thing that I wanted to really, really touch on today, unfortunately, I was supposed to have somebody to co-host with me today, but unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, they couldn't make it. So here we are. Now I was like, okay, obviously you need to be quick on your feet when you talk about these things. So now I was like, okay, how about we talk about sneaky links from a Han's perspective? Being a Han that doesn't like sneaky links, being a Han that has been a sneaky link, being a Han that I don't judge sneaky links, right? I just really, really judge some things about sneaky links. But it's not that I'm judging you, but I just don't think it's okay or it's worth it. You know what I mean? Because this is now coming from experience. Why would you do that? You know what I mean? Without further ado, right, over and above, the thing that we should dive into is what is a sneaky link, right? So in layman terms, a sneaky link is basically a secret relationship. Most of the time it's motivated by sex. It's motivated by a lot of things, but over and above, the basis of it, how I've seen anyway, how I've come to notice that damn, that really is a sneaky link, is realizing that it's just mostly about sex, but then along the way people catch feelings, people become side chicks, stuff like that. Before we carry on though, I just need to take care of a few things before that. While we are doing that, I'm just gonna leave you with a song by one of my favorite artists, The Roy. It's called Two Reels. Yeah.
Shout outs to The Roy.
Oh, it speeded up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just 2 reels, nigga. Yeah. Buff. Yeah. Oh, that's so clean. Now my soul is so free. Red light, 10 green. Now wax still put in and blood still pumping. Alive and still kicking. In the kitchen whipping. Now history in the making. Many fakes feel real. One job, 2 bills. 1 stop, 2 pills. 1 shot, 2 kills. 1 joint, 2 meals. Old car, new wheels. 1 rapper, 2 deals. 1 effect, truth kills. Take a pen, write my dreams down. If it fails, do a rebound. King Rob in the real sound. Smoke good till I feel clouds. Food for thought, let it pass around. This food for thought, let it pass around. I ain't feeling any pressure now. I got the lame niggas stressing out. Catch your body before I catch feelings. I'm a hero, yeah, I catch feelings. I eat, sleep, leave the rap, kiddo trap, but I still never sleep sound. Oh my god, man, I'm good at making me and my family proud. You don't even get along, you and your bros all we crowd. Take a beat down with this beast dog. I can get a whole system.
All right, all right. We're just experiencing some difficulties this side, some, unforeseen circumstances. Sometimes when you work like on radio or like when you work with equipment, there will be glitches. But I hope that like this conversation, which is going to be sort of like one-sided in a way, because like it's mainly based on experience and just like observation. I just feel like hopefully we put on a good show. Anyway, okay. So what is a sneaky link, right? Random internet search says, right? A sneaky link. Before I tell you what a sneaky link is, I just really find it funny how like the same thing that we are about to talk about is so socially acceptable. Like, how did we get to a point where we decided that like, yeah, this is the thing that we're rolling with, and like it's so diminishing. It's not okay, guys. But anyway, a sneaky link, right? A sneaky link is basically, like I said, the person that you see in secret, right? It's mostly about sex, and then sometimes you're just a side chick, really. Like you agree to be a side chick or a side nigga. So what's a side nigga? So there is a standing relationship that everybody knows about. So Bafokeng and Zbanbani are dating. Everybody knows about them. They're out on dates every night, and it's all fun and everything. But then there's Balasa in the background. I don't know why it's always Balasa, but like there's Balasa in the background. In this case, there's Bafokeng in the background. And then Balasa is basically the second girlfriend that nobody knows about. Mostly you find that like it's the person that like the closest people to the I don't know if we're gonna call the boyfriend the perpetrator or the girlfriend the perpetrator, but like, let's call them, for lack of vocab, for the purposes of this conversation, let's call them the perpetrator, right? So the perpetrator approaches Palesa, knowing very well that they are in a relationship with Bafokeng. So, hi Palesa, my name is Banbani, and I would like to be in a relationship with you, but I do have a girlfriend. The minute you agree to all of that, you need to understand now like you're second best. So basically, a sneaky link is second best or convenience. It's a girlfriend of convenience, right? So from a Hans perspective, you are just like a side chick. Like you're a devoted side chick. You are a booty call. You answer the call when it's time to it's time to smash. You go up and you go smash. You know what I mean? Cool. So how do you know that you are a sneaky link, right? So most of the time, I find that sometimes people are unaware that they are sneaky links or they are side chicks, all because there hasn't been any communication probably with the perpetrator to say, what are we doing? You just assume just because you know about the other person, you are the girlfriend regardless. Sometimes they lie to you and they tell you, no, we're about to break up. That's what happened to me. Nah, we're about to break, or actually they were still dating, and then at one point he was like, no, we're about to break up, and you're gonna be my main girlfriend. Of course that on its own, you're just like, oh my god, I'm gonna have my man. But you still don't realize that like that ain't your man, that ain't your woman. Like that's just the person that told you that they are your man or they are your woman only for convenience, right? In any case, you choose to be the convenience because over and above it's entirely about like what choices. It's all about choices, because then in all of these choices you have lovers plus, get it? But anyway, okay, cool. So how do you know that you're a side chick or you're a sneaky link, right? So sometimes you find that like sneaky links are like they never really, sometimes they know, sometimes they don't. So how do you know when it wasn't established in the beginning that you really are a side chick, right? Or you are a sneaky link? So according to Family Keeper, generally, right? You're not on their social media pages. You're never posted. They insist on you not posting them. They insist on you not going public. The only public that there is are people that know that they're cheating on their partner, right? So when you enter into this contract, I'll call it a contract. When you enter into this contract and then you don't, nothing is communicated clearly. There's a lot of uncertainty. You know that like, hi man, this person, they're coming across as like, yeah, like I love you, I like you, or whatever, but you're not claiming me how I feel I should be claimed. And then that's where now the sneaky link starts, because then it's now a matter of it happens in secret. We're always meeting in a room somewhere, or maybe we're always either we're always indoors, basically. We're never seen by the public. And the only public that knows about us are the people around us, right? So how does it start, right? For me, it was a matter of, I know that you have a girlfriend, but you're coming at me requesting to be a part of my life like that, right? And of course, in that moment, it was just like a sexual contract. I will put it like that. It was a sexual contract where it's just, let's just have, sexual intercourse. Let's just have sex. And it's just like, okay, fine. So then I remember when I started being an actual devoted sneaky link, right? And it was like my first ever active one. I remember thinking to myself, what the hell do you think you're doing? This is not you. This lifestyle is not for you. It was never for you and whatnot. But anyway, cool. So I remember the first time it was just like smash and pass. You know what I'm saying? Not smash or pass. Smash and pass and keep it moving. And then I was like, now that you got what you wanted, because it was just like supposed to be sex, right? Now that you got what you wanted, I hope you will leave me alone. And I was like, no, I realized that like I actually like you. Oh my God, I'm in love with you. I want to be with you. Me being me, right? I will tell you this later as to why I agreed to all of this, right? You will understand why I agreed to all of this. So me being me at that time, I was like, oh my God, a man loves me. Oh my God, yay. So generally, you work from a place of desperation, right? That's how it starts sometimes. Sometimes you just feel like you're not loved, right? Sometimes you're not loved in your life, outside this person anyway, right? Excuse me. Outside this person, you feel like you're not loved. And then you feel like, oh my God, somebody that actually loves me, somebody that actually sees me. Oh my God, wada, 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 wada. Then from there on, sometimes you want to prove a point. You want to prove either to yourself or to the world or to this person that you can do better than their partner. Which, if you think about it, is very absurd, considering the fact that, like, most of the time, they have that person. They are not going to leave that person for you. So there's nothing that you can really give me besides sex and like that comfort that will be happening at that time, whatever. Where you be like, they're not going to leave that person for you. That in itself shows you that they actually don't love you. I will tell you that I love you, but I don't really love you. I will tell you that I love you because it's convenient for me to love you in that moment, or to tell you that I love you because then I get what I want, which essentially that's what a sneaky link is, especially when you start catching feelings, right? Right. So sometimes the guy will approach you or the Han will approach you. Hans these days are brave. And because it's a leap year, right? I don't understand why Hans are not asking people out on dates. Apparently, when it's a leap year, like you're allowed to like face that rejection. Like you're allowed to like, switch roles a bit. But I don't encourage it. I genuinely don't encourage it. I don't think that like anybody should. Okay. If you like a guy, shoot your shot, ne? But do not be desperate enough to shoot your shot so much that it feels like you're the one driving the relationship. Don't be desperate. Don't work from a desperate um a place of desperation, which now comes back to how it starts. Sometimes you're just desperate for love. Sometimes you're desperate for emotional safety. You're desperate for security. You're desperate. You're working from a place of desperation, and there's something about desperation that repels good things. You know what I mean? Like there comes a time where you're like, yeah, I really want this. I really want this person. But at the same time, or you want love, but then you don't realize that like the more you crave it so much is the more that you're actually pushing it away. Sometimes when you act like you don't care, that's when the nice things come to you. I would know because like the minute I stopped caring about whether or not somebody sees me or whether or not, that's when people that actually saw me pulled up. Like when I started seeing myself, that's when other people started seeing me. The right people start seeing you. And then sometimes you just have low standards. You just have low standards. I said what I said, and that's on period. Sometimes we don't actually see that, like, we ourselves, we don't have high standards for ourselves. Therefore, we will attract people that do not hold us to the same standard that we would like to be held. Example, you don't think that you deserve love. You don't think that you deserve nice things. You don't act like it. Therefore, essentially, you will attract what you are in that moment. And when you attract people that don't love you, they will come and say, oh my God, I love you. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But then you actually realize that they don't. And you only realize at the end that they actually didn't like you. So fine. And then sometimes you don't know love, So it is not an excuse, all right? It is definitely not an excuse to be a sneaky link. However, when you don't know love, everything that presents itself as love, you will take. Bare minimum, bottom of the barrel, no minimum, like nothing. You will end up taking nothing. Yes, I feel like bare minimum sometimes is not even crumbs. You would start taking crumbs because you're just like, oh my God, you don't know love. And sometimes I feel like you don't know love because you also don't teach yourself how to love yourself. So you won't know love if you also don't love yourself. Like I said, you attract what you are, right? So if you don't attract good things in your life, if you don't want to manifest good things in your life, you are bound to attract bad things in your life, right? Like power of the tongue. Oh my God, no one loves me. The people that don't love you will come into your life, and the people that do love you will leave your life, right? Cool. Sometimes you're just trying to fill a void. I know that like generally say for example, you go through a breakup, a terrible breakup. Your rebound is probably just a rebound, an exclusive rebound, where now you're like, oh my God, I'm getting into this relationship with this person, where you know that it's a relationship, everybody knows about it, but you know that it's a rebound. Then you have a rebound where your sneaky link pulls up and they're like, yo, what's up? And then you're like, oh my God, yay. Oh my God, yay. You know what I mean? So you then settle for second best because like you're just trying to forget about your breakup and whatnot. But then you don't actually realize how like terrible it will tax you along the way. Because generally, I believe that everybody has the person, right? I believe that every person has the person. And like what? Every person has the person. Therefore, for you to want to settle for another person's person and be second best, is that love? Like the other person gets everything, like 90% of the good things that you want, and you only get probably not even the full 10%. You get some of the 10%. You know what I mean? Because I strongly believe that like one person cannot love two people at the same time. Yes, people will be like, yeah, you have polygamists. No, I don't believe that thingy. But at the same time, I guess it's possible. But there's always the person at the top. There's always that one person that you love more than the other. And in this case, the sneaky link is never loved more than the girlfriend or the boyfriend. That is a fact. Because if I actually did love you more than the person that I'm with, I would probably leave them to be with you. Surely. Surely, ladies and gentlemen, that makes sense. Surely. But anyway, cool. So then, sometimes, you're not going in there because you want love. Sometimes you're not going in there because sometimes you just want to have fun. You know what I'm saying? You don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, hell, in this generation, right? In this generation, people have accepted that being second best is better than having it all. You know what I'm saying? You would rather settle for the crumbs until you hopefully get somebody that actually loves you fully, than actually just wait for that person. Like, people don't have patience. And this is where now I go back and I say, do you really love yourself if you're going to accept a sneaky link relationship? Do you love yourself if you're going to accept the crumbs? Why don't you just get the best of everything? Why is it not that like you can take everything as it comes? Like, why can't you just like, bro, it's me or nothing. You know what I mean? Like, why can't we get to a point where, and this is mostly common with Hans, like, why can't you just accept that like this person doesn't love me and keep it moving? Why can't we just do that? Why must we be like, no, I know this person? Like, you're in denial. You convince yourself. Delulu is never the Sululu, guys, unless like it's good things. Like, you can be delusional with God, you can be delusional with money, but with people you can't be delusional, because you will be boo-boo the fool at the end of the day. You will. And I say this because I would know, bro, people will know you to be a sneaky link, and that's all you'll ever be known for. You know what I'm saying? When somebody calls you up, they're like, where is that other guy that you're seeing? Who? Mamang's boyfriend. Not my man. Not my boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Does it not feel good to actually be loved by one person, or to love one person? Does it not feel good to know that this person is about me and me only? Why must it be he's only about me when he has time? He's only about me when he has free time. When he has time, everybody has time. Everybody can create time. But sneaky links only get time when there is free time. The rules are like set, or they are driven, or they are imposed, or they are, I don't know, they are there, like, because the sneaky link, the guy at the top, the person that approached you and whatnot, that person is the one that drives the relationship, essentially, right? Cool. But also, it could be, like I said, fun. Or sometimes it could be that you are traumatized. I don't think we actually, get into the aspect of being traumatized so much that like we end up in situations that we shouldn't be ending up in. Sometimes I feel like we experience things. Life happens, okay? We're not going to take that away from you. Life happens. Life life does things, guys, like but even though it's not an excuse to say I'm going to jump into something where I am not number one, in something where I'm treated as, I'm disposed, basically. Like, I can be disposed at any time and be replaced by another person, but at the end of the day, that person that is in that relationship, they will remain. You know what I'm saying? So essentially, what I'm trying to say is that like sometimes you are just traumatized by life, and then you just feel like it goes back to filling voids. Maybe like you just feel like, if this person can love me because I haven't been loved and whatnot. Sometimes it's just a trauma response. You're responding to trauma where maybe you were not loved as a child, maybe, and most of the time you find that like it's people that are older than you. You find yourself in sneaky links. Most sneaky links are with people that are older than you, people that are married, people that are not about you, people that only care about you when it's time to be sexual, people that that don't see you, basically, like people that just don't see you, right? But yeah, it goes back, guys, to like being loved. Like, I mean, it's the 14th of February, it's Valentine's Day, and I feel like if you are a sneaky link, right, you need to understand that like you will never really be loved the same as the person that's at above you. And people will be like, yeah, it's not like I want to be loved like that person. I know my place, wada wada wada. But do you really know your place, or like that is the place that you have decided to put yourself in just so you can feel some bit of love? You know what I'm saying? You don't allow yourself to love yourself so much that like you know that like, nah, this is, you're not aware of yourself. You're not aware that like I deserve better love. I deserve to be loved better than, yo, imagine, guys, hear me out. Nah, imagine that the only time you feel loved is when you're having sex. Every other time you're wasting your time. Any other time you, I don't know what, like what are you doing? Every other time, like you're begging somebody to love you. You are begging somebody to be there for you. You're begging for emotional safety. You're begging for a void to be filled. And then you don't realize that, like, come on, guys, you need to take care of that on your own prior to actually allowing somebody. So speaking of trauma, right? Sneaky links are fun and all, but there's always a dark side to it, right? And I think having gone through the dark side in my experience of it, I think it's only fair to share with you guys, like, you know, the sad parts of it. But before we get into all of that, I would just like to play a song. It's a love song. It's one of my favorite songs by one of my favorite artists. His name is Maxine, all the way from the Free State. And I hope you enjoy this song, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, 6 feet, I've been swimming in emotions. Heartbeat in the middle of the day. What I'm feeling is bigger than the ocean. Confidence, places in my head. What it takes for you to love me. And every day she's still calling. I make her laugh, she says I'm funny. I swear she's made for me. But yo, what? I ain't even know. So cold, paranormal, something special, supernatural. Can't let go. Paranormal, that's what I pray for. And you one of a kind. You blow my mind. You one of a kind. You blow my mind. So cold, paranormal, something special, supernatural, can't let go. Paranormal, that's what I pray for. 6 feet, I'll be swimming with emotion. Happy this every single day. What I'm feeling is bigger than the ocean. What it takes for you to love me. And every day she's still calling. I make her laugh, she says I'm funny.
Maxine, man. Oh my God. Oh my word. I love the song. I love the song, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, right? So with Maxine easing us into the dark side of sneaky links, right? I've had a very bad experience. Actually, okay, before I dive into like the bad side of it, right? Have you ever been a sneaky link, but then you don't know that you're a sneaky link? Like you think that like, nah, this person is about me. Like they're saying they're about me. They want me and me alone. And then along the way, you actually realize I've been played. I've been in 3, right? 3 sneaky link situations. 2 were, okay, I'll explain the other 2. The one is the one that I just explained now. Like, oh my God, I want you to be my girlfriend. Oh my God, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God. You know, it's like I've realized that I love you and whatnot. Only to find out that this person has a girlfriend along the way after I've decided, nah, this is not for me. You know what I'm saying? And, actually 4 sneaky link situations. 2 of them were my friends. The other 2 were like people that I just met in the streets. So with the two of my friends, I only find out after the smashing, right? The first smash, that I have a girlfriend. I'm only getting explanations afterwards. Well, I only got one explanation, and then the other one, I was finding out. And you find out here, because me, I'm an investigator, and I will find you. I will find that information about you, and I will ask you. But then I decided not to ask. But anyway, cool. So these 2 were my friends, and I only found out that like they have their people on the side. And I'm here thinking, but I thought, you know what I'm saying? So it goes back to that thing where I said, is it that like sometimes that you don't love yourself? That like generally, right? Like you you love this person more than you love yourself. Therefore, you will do everything for this person to feel more comfortable than you will be comfortable. Like you will rather take second best. You would rather be the second option. You know, you're an option. Don't be an option. I allowed myself to be an option. That's why I think I'm a damsel in distress, because like why because now I don't take nonsense, Shem. After healing, I was like, this is obviously not gonna work out. Like if I don't hear your story quite well, I leave. Me, yo guys. But anyway, cool. And the other 2, right? I asked them. Well, the other 2, right? The first one, I asked. I was like, do you have someone in your life? Right? I like you too, but like, do you have someone in your life? Yeah, I do. Oh, so you have a girlfriend? Hesitation, but yes, I do. And then I was like, okay, first red flag. Oh, another thing, we really ignore red flags, eh? We really ignore red flags. Like you see it, but then you're like, nah, he's probably holding the wrong flag today, hey? Nah, that's a green one, right? Like it also, I had this mentality of like, I'm not scared of a girlfriend. But if it just so happens that like you're married, I don't even want to hear your story, Sham. I don't even want to hear your story, you know? Fine. And then fine. So me, I think I have a boyfriend, ne? A boyfriend whom I'm a sneaky link to, right? Only to find out. I'm not gonna continue that story. I'm gonna continue with the other one. So this other one, I knew that he had a girlfriend. So much that like this girl, we grew up in the same place, right? And she knows me, I know her. She knows where I stay. Well, she didn't know where I stayed, but like she knows like where I grew up. I don't know where she grew up too. All right. And she was like, I remember the first time, the day before the first smash with the boyfriend. She's like, oh my God, I'm so glad that like so we found ourselves in another different hood altogether, right? Then she's like, oh my God, I love you so much, and like I feel like, you know what, I've considered you like my friend. I consider you my friend. I was like, well, I'm about to smash your man. I'm about to smash your man. But obviously I didn't tell her. Only to realize, like looking back in hindsight, I realized that like that was probably the worst mistake I could ever make. Which now brings me back to like I said, the dark side of it, right? The dark side of sneaky links. One, not that I did, but you contract STIs, right? Or you may fall pregnant without having planned it, right? And you find that like sometimes when you tell these people that like, yo, this is the situation, you're the only person I'm sleeping with. Before I slept with you, I got tested. When was the last time you got tested? Like, you know, then they want to be aggressive to make it seem as if you're the one that's loose. So the tables turn when something is wrong. In a way that like what I'm trying to say is, you are not the problem, but they will make you the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like when it hits the fan, you are the problem. No, I don't know who else you're sleeping with. I only sleep with you and my girlfriend. Time you realize that like you're not the only sneaky link that this person has. What's up? What do you do? You know? And then you realize that like, oh damn, what have I gotten myself into? Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? You realize that like, oh my God, this is where I'm at. This person is the person that I thought was just smashing me and his girlfriend. Therefore, everybody was safe. And then you also realize that like these STIs, you're probably contracting them from the girlfriend as well. She's also sleeping with other people, because if this is a relationship, sometimes she might know. The girlfriend, she might know. I had a feeling that she knew. You know what I mean? But then I was like, nah. You convince yourself. Delusional. It's never the solution. Delusion is never the solution, because I convinced myself that she didn't know. But I was also like, but why does it feel like she knows? She's starting to act different towards me. Why does it feel like she knows? You know what I'm saying? And then I also found out that she was sleeping with other people. You know what I mean? Like I said, not that I had contracted, but I'm just making an example that like you find that sometimes this whole mess, you're tying yourself up with more people than you actually know, right? Which now brings me to my other point, where the dark side of it, soul ties, right? I don't think, there's this one married man that wanted to make me his sneaky link or his side chick. And then I was like, I was like, no, that's not going to happen. He's like, no, don't tell me about soul ties and everything. I was like, is this man listening to himself? I'm sorry. Sometimes, okay, before we carry on, I would just like to kuza men for just like 2 seconds. Guys, soul ties exist. You sleeping with a million people, you're also sleeping with the people that they've slept with. Sometimes you find that like some of these people don't even do cleansings. They don't cleanse their auras. And you're carrying all this energy. And you wonder why you're depressed. You wonder why sometimes you just want to commit suicide. Because you're dragging other people's energy. People that you don't even know. But it's fine. So you get spiritual ties, and then sometimes you might not even be able to break free from them. Especially when you are a person that doesn't pray, or a person that doesn't cleanse their aura, And then another thing that I find interesting is that sometimes you find that the partner is using traditional things on their partner so that they leave you. So now when this person, so for example, okay, there's Bafokeng, the sneaky link. There is Zbanyoni, the guy that we are sneaking with. And then there's Palisa, the girlfriend. Now, shout out to Palisa for being the girlfriend for once, not the sneaky link. So, for the purposes, I'm going to respect Palisa. Shout out to a Palisa. If you're a Palisa, I hope you got flowers today. I hope you get all the love, nabotando, nabolagato, all of them. Cool, fine, sharp. So, Palisa. Palisa finds out that Bafokeng is busy with her man, right? With Sbanyon. Then she's like, I'm going to teach Bafokeng how to stay away from people's relationships, right? Banana baloya. I said what I said. Banana baliela dingakeng. Banana baletsamaela ka meriana. As with niggas. Guys, the things people do out here, they're wild. I remember the sneaky link telling me that, like, I talked to my ancestors about you. I'm like, nigga, why? I don't talk about them. I don't talk about you with mans. Why are you talking about... Bro, this is just sex, bruh. But anyway, cool. So, you find that, like, Palisa is going to ngaka mang kai kai wa hlaulela ka mane kai, and then from there on hore Sbanyone must not like this girl. Sbanyone must leave this girl. She must suffer. Hey. So if Bafokeng is not a prayerful person, and Bafokeng is just like opening her legs every night or every chance that Sbanyone wants, then this is where now the muti starts working, right? They start working because then Sbanyone will be having sex with you while being under a cloud of muti. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like there's a cloud, and then Sbanyone is under the cloud, and then now he's transferring the cloud because now we have soul ties, right? So sometimes you find that like you can't break away from it unless you actually say, I'm staying away from this person, I need to thingy. I remember this one time praying, and I was like, God, please take me out of this situation. If I'm not supposed to be doing this, please take me out. And I felt a bit light. And when I was like, and if I need to stay, guys, I kid you not, I felt like a stone was on my chest. And I was like, okay, God, I get it. I'll break up with him, because now it was now like an ongoing thing and whatnot, right? And then I only realized after a while that like, I feel like, okay, I'm not going to say this person did this, but I still believe that this person did that to me. They used something on me that like, I remember I went to church, guys. I went to church. I was like, God, I'm going to use all these candles in this church to pray. Guys, I prayed so much. And at the end of that prayer, when those candles went out, something got off me. Also because like it was like violation. I was violated. So generally it was now a matter of like haibo, violation in a sense that like, there was abuse involved along the way. So that's another thing. That's another dark side of it. You get abused, right? Sometimes you compromise yourself so that you can make this person comfortable. Sometimes you don't say certain things or you don't do certain things just so this person is comfortable. And then it goes back to you don't love yourself in that moment. So you feel like this person, whatever love that they're giving you, that's what you think. So not loving yourself is actually the root of it all, because then you accept things and then you stay for things that shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, cool. So there's a lot of soul taxing there, a lot of soul ties, a lot of. And sometimes you find that like, remember, sometimes you become the people that you sleep with. And if a person is not progressing in their life and they sleep with you, your life stopped. Your life stops. My life actually stopped. I didn't see what was going on with my money. You pay rent, you buy fuel, but you still need fuel at the end of the month. How? What's going on? You can't afford things. Like, you have money, but you can't afford the things that you used to afford before this person came into the picture. Worse, they don't even give you money. Guys, please, if you're going to be a sneaky link, please get people that give you money. But then again, that's prostitution. I know you guys don't want me to go there, but that is prostitution, where you exchange sex for money, or you feel like in order for me to sleep with you, you will have to give me money. That is a transaction. Maybe it's not spoken, but it is a transaction, right? So sometimes we end up doing things that are not okay with our morals, that are not okay. To be a sneaky link, sometimes it means that like your morals are not there, because why it in the beginning, why are you even doing it in the first place? You know what I mean? Like, why are you even doing it in the first place? So at the end of the day, sometimes people get raped when they are in these sneaky link situations and they can't tell anybody. Sometimes you find that like only certain people know, right? Certain people know about you guys. Say, for example, in a circle of in Sbanyoni's circle, only 2 people know about the sneaky link thing and they support it, right? In Bafokeng's circle, only her friends know. So when you tell people, you hope that like if you get raped, because another battle that I feel that men and women face each and every day is being believed when they have been sexually violated. Sometimes you will get violated, but then nobody will believe you. Also, it'll be a matter of you guys agree that you're going to be having sex. The basis of a sneaky link relationship is sex. So how is it that you're only now after so long you're going to say that this person raped you? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you find that like you didn't even like, and you can't say it and then you die inside. If you are triggered, I apologize. But we need to be realistic about these things. It's fun. It's all fun and games, guys. I'm not gonna take away the fact that it's fun, Adrenaline shoots, bruh, But at the end of the day, sometimes you're texting yourself in ways that like you may not have imagined. Sometimes you don't think you will get raped, but then you find that like, because I mean that is the arrangement. The arrangement with Spanyol was, yes, girl, we're doing this this sneaky link thing. We're gonna be having sex probably like 3 times a week. This is where we're meeting. And then one day, Zbanyone comes in and you don't even recognize Zbanyone, but you're allowing Zbanyone inside your body because that is the arrangement. And then Zbanyone violates you, and then everybody's like, but you knew that this person has a person. You're going to ruin their marriage. You're going to ruin their relationship, whatever. And most of the time, the sneaky link is the one that catches fire, hey? Most of the time, you are the one that catches fire, you know? So another thing that I also realized is that, like, you lose yourself, right? Because you have to alter your existence and your freedom to accommodate someone who does not require someone else to do the same for them. So you lose yourself in a sense that, like, you start shrinking yourself, you start shrinking your morals, you start shrinking your values, your standards, your everything, just so this person can fit in your life. And this thing of being so desperate for love, this thing of being so desperate for everything that is not love, and that's or what seems to be love, right? It's the thing that, I don't know, man, like, no, don't do it. You know what I mean? I'm not judging you. It's just that because judging you would mean that, like, I've also judged myself. I did judge myself a lot. I was like, how? How did you end up being that person? How did you end up being so comfortable being in that position? But then I realized that, like, we are led into some of these things because of things that may happen in our lives, right? So, as I was saying, right, you alter your entire existence and your freedom just so you can accommodate this person. The girlfriend does not have to do anything. They show up as they are. They are loved unconditionally. With all the flaws, they'll be telling you, my girlfriend is annoying, and then you think, I'm not gonna annoy him so that he can love me. My girlfriend is not good in bed. They're lying. Then why are you still with the girlfriend if she's not good in bed? I love her, but I don't really love her as much as I love you. Then why don't you leave her? You know what I mean? Then you realize that, like, they actually don't like you. Date people that like you. Don't be sneaky links. It's not worth it, because sometimes coming out of it, right? Coming out of it is difficult. Say now, for example, right? You are a sneaky link, devoted, plus minus so many years. Then one random day, remember I spoke about people having their own people? The person that is about you and you about that person comes along, right? That person comes along, and then now they're like, I just want to be with you. I love you. I don't care about your past. I don't care. I just want to be with you. Let's grow together. Let's heal together. Let's pray together. Hey, Kere, you're a person. Now you need to leave your sneaky link. But your sneaky link has gotten so used to having that much power over a person that they're not willing to just let you go. This is now where you have cases where you will still have a boyfriend, right? A faithful boyfriend, guys. You will have a faithful boyfriend, a boyfriend that loves you, okay? They worship the world that you walk on, the ground that you walk on. It's there. Yay. You know what I'm saying? They want nothing. Like, they're just there, like, this is my person, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that this person is fine. Then Zbanyona's like, you're not going anywhere. I told you that I like you, and you stayed. You knew very well that you now it starts becoming very toxic. It starts becoming dark. And they start using abo muti things now. Now, Palasa is no longer the one doing the muti things because she has accepted that, like, oh, my person is cheating on me, wara wara wara, right? Then after that, you find that Zbanyone is now the one going to a traditional person, be like, hey, I want Bafokeng. I want her to want me alone. That boyfriend of hers, I don't want, you know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. And then now, like, this is where now you're going to be fighting battles that you don't even have to be fighting in the first place. Sometimes you can't even sleep at night. You're depressed. You're everything. Even if you come clean to your partner, what are you going to say, really? You know this person loves you. Like, and also another thing is that, like, I find it very scary that, like, women are so comfortable with the men having sneaky links because they've accepted that they're not women enough to do certain things. Which, by the way, I feel like if you feel like somebody deems you not enough to play a role in their life, why are you staying? Why are we so comfortable with crumbs? Like, I find most sneaky links to be women, right? And again, from a Hans perspective, why are we so comfortable not being loved? We convince ourselves that we're loved. but we are not really loved. Instead of building with somebody that is like about you, like building the relationship from ground up, we would rather start at the roof where we're just like, no, this person is experienced in love. They love their girlfriend. Even me, I want to be loved like them. I want to prove a point. Why are we so comfortable being second best? Have you for a moment thought to yourself, people are getting posted today, but I'm not. I am hidden. Why? Why are you comfortable with that? And people will be like, nah, sometimes your relationship is really private. You don't really want it's a consensual thing. It's a thing where we're like, okay, we don't want people to know about us, but once in a while, guys, once in a while you must be posted. Not even on your birthday, bruh. Like nobody posts you on your come on, man. You know what I'm saying? This is why sometimes I'm just like, I'd rather stay single, because like after that entire experience where it just started becoming toxic, I realized that like, nah, I'm not gonna survive this. Like, when you've experienced a lot of, I don't want to say tough love per se, but like when you've experienced a lot of tough love, you don't want it. Like as you grow, you just like, I don't want it. And sneaky link love is tough love, because I only love you when it's convenient for me. That's literally what it is. I only love you in secret and when it's convenient for me. Tomorrow I could just decide I don't want you anymore. I must just replace you. But my woman stays. My man stays, right? And then at the end of the day, with all of this, you actually realize that like you lose yourself and you end up having to recover on your own when you decide that enough is enough, right? So there comes a point where you're like, I'm done. I'm done being a sneaky link. I am done being second best. I'm done not being loved. I'm done. But at the same time, you went through all of that. For what? For what? So today, on Valentine's Day, I wish you all nothing but love. I wish you all nothing but blessings in love. I wish you all not being sneaky links, because it also gets addictive. There comes a time where it becomes so addictive that you're just like, this is why I'm asking again, why are we so comfortable with such things? Maybe we have addictive personalities, you're addicted to the adrenaline, like, sneaking around is nice, but then when they do find out litting, it's still like, you know what I'm saying? Like you think you got it, but then you really don't. Almost there, buddy. you swung, but you really missed it. It's like, shout out, like, A for effort, but like, over and above though, my time is almost up, and I think that like we need to start introspecting though, and realize that like, even though you may think that it's your solution, it will never be a solution. It will never be the thing that you should like do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you're comfortable now, but at the end of the day, you will always be known to just be you will never know somebody that actually loves you. They will tell you that they love you, but they will still go back to the person that they initially loved. Without further ado, good time of the day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bafokeng, and this is your new favorite show with a new favorite host in the industry with Bafokeng. And if you've been here, this is your favorite show with your favorite host, the industry with Bafokeng. And I can't wait to be with you guys again next week, Wednesday from 6 to 7 here on Sky Alpha HD. And the episode though will drop after, at the end of the week. And then yet again, my favorite, you know what it is, Maxine. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining, and I will see you next time. For you to love me, and every day she's still calling. I make her laugh, she says I'm funny. I swear she's made for me. You one of a kind.